Dear friends, so every week we have the opportunity and the privilege to share some Divrei Torah, either on the Parsha or on Yomim Tovim. Today will be an exception. We could either speak about the weekly Parsha, Parshas Bamidbar, about Chag HaShavuos. What I want to address is the special situation we are in Eretz Yisrael. Very troubling, very difficult situation. It is a malchama. This is war. Mebayis or mebachutz. Mechutz teshakel cherev umechadorim eimo. Rockets raining down in every town and every city in Eretz Yisrael, and an uprising in the Arab population almost in every town and every city in Israel. We've known many wars in the past, but the wars of the past were on the borders, beyond Israeli borders. And the casualties were almost entirely soldiers, Anshe Chayil. In this war, every town, every city is being attacked, and the casualties are fathers, mothers, children, babies. So this is a terrible war. What are we obligated? What is our part in this struggle? And today I speak to B'nai Torah, and not only B'nai Torah, Kollel people and yeshiva boys, to everyone in the home front. There's a beautiful medrash, Tona de Be'eliyahu Perik Yud. And Chazal interpret and explain a posuk in Shiras Dvoira. Barak ben Avinoam and Dvoira Navua come back victorious from war with a miraculous victory. And Dvoira Hanavio sings the song of praise, Shiras Dvoira. And one of the psukim in Shiras Dvoira is Mogen im Yeroa V'romach be'arboam elef mi Yisrael. Yivchar Elokim b'chadoshim. Arboam elef ish mi Yisrael שיצאו למלחמה. אם יש ביניהם זוג אחד של תלמידי חכמים, אני מציל את כולם. Ashrei mi shedivrei Torah mitchadshim al yado. And that is Yivchar Elokim b'chadoshim, chidush Torah. ואומר לו הקדוש ברוך הוא בשבילך, אני מציל את ישראל. And something demands explanation. What is the emphasis on divrei Torah hamischadshim al yodai? Wouldn't it be enough just to say Ashrei mi she'osek b'Torah? Similar question in a different sugi that we find 3 times in Shas. Erev Samach Gimel Amud Aleph Megillah Gimel Amud Aleph Sanhedrin Mem Daled Amud Aleph. Once again, time of war. Yeshua ben Nun fighting Kibush Eretz Yisrael takes a stroll by night, and suddenly he sees an officer dressed in full military gear. He doesn't know him. Doesn't look familiar, but he also doesn't recognize his uniform. So he asks, Halonu at imritzorenu, friend or foe? Which camp, which army are you part of? And the officer responds, Loiki, Sar Tzavo Hashem Anochi. I'm neither friend or foe. I am not a mortal. I'm an angel. And I was sent from above with a message to you. And Yeshua is taken aback and he asks, what is the message? Yesterday you were mevatel karbonos, and today you're bittul Torah. And Yeshua asks, Aleze mehin boso. About which of the two am I called to judgment? And the Malach says, Alato bosi, va'ato kisvelochem es ashiru azois. Your problem is bittul Torah. What does Yeshua do? How does he respond? Vayolan betocha emek malamid shalon ba'umko shel halacha. And once again I ask, what is the emphasis on umko shel halacha? And the depth of halacha. Wouldn't it be enough just to say, learn Torah? My feeling is this. We're dealing with war. We need to understand Klal Yisrael doesn't win wars by might, by military muscle. No. Yes, we should have the best soldiers in the world, the bravest and strongest soldiers, the best equipment, the best strategy, the best planning. Because we need to do whatever we can, b'derech hateva. In war, like in parnosa, like in medicine, you need to do ishtadlus. But ultimately, we need to believe nothing about Klal Yisrael is natural. By nature, by the laws of history, we shouldn't be here. We should have perished thousands of years ago, like mighty empires. The Roman Empire, the Greeks, the Trojans, and many others. We are here by miracle. So nothing about Israel is natural. We need to try to be the best in the field, but we should ultimately believe. We need Torah to be victorious. And I wish everyone would appreciate that. Chazal teach us. My feeling is, war for war. To be victorious in Melchama, we need Melchamta Shel Torah. It's not just learning. It's Melchama Shel Torah. So the Tona de Belio's interpretation is Magenim Yera'eh Veroimach Babu Melech Misrael. The Magen is a shield. It is a defensive weapon. The Romach is what you attack with. That's an offensive weapon. Every soldier and definitely every officer knows that a great army must excel in defense and in offense as well. B'melchamto shel Torah, the Romach and the Magen, the spear and the shield are the maksha and the tartzin, the argumentation of Torah. So the makshan attacks. He has the Romach, the tartzin defends. He has the shield. He has the Magen. And that is the only way to be Machadash Chidushay Torah. Questions and answers, argumentation, Hamagen v'haromach. That is the Tona de Belio. Ashrei mi shedivrei Torah mitchadshim al yado. The Magen and the Romach of the Beis Medrash, Melchamta Shel Torah, helping out the Magen and the Romach of war. So Israel attacks with great force and might. And then we have all those defensive measures, all those missiles against rockets and against missiles. Those are the Magen and the Romach. We need to give our share. So Yeshua goes out by night, and the Malach tells him, Bittul Torah. I wasn't there, but I could just guess and assume that Yeshua counter-argues. You might be an angel, but I don't know whether you're a Buki B'Shas. Are you aware of the Gemara in Sotah Daf Mem Daled? B'Shas Melchemes Mitzvah were potter from Talmud Torah because Oiseg Mitzvah potter min mitzvah. So what are you talking about Talmud Torah? And I imagine the Malach responding, Yeshua, you got it all wrong. You don't understand at all. I have not come to demand El Boino Shel Torah. If the problem would be Bittul Torah, I would be dressed up with a Beket Shana Shtreimel, like one of the Rabbeim, or a frak and a Hamburg, like a Litvish Rosh Hashiva. I'm dressed in a military uniform. I am in full gear, because I was sent from the heavens by HaKadosh Baruch Hu to talk about war, not to talk about Torah. How do you expect to win a war a malchemes mitzvah with bittul Torah. That cannot be. What does Yeshua do? V'yoram b'torcha emek lan b'umko shel halacha. He doesn't make a chevres tehillim to finish tehillim every day. He makes a koil alerev. We fight by day. We learn by night. Because what we need is melchamta shel Torah. Hamagen v'haromach. So all my dear friends and Talmidim, we have to pay our share. This is a war for every one of us. And we need to try to safeguard our homes, our families, our friends. So our obligation is more Torah, more tefillah, more of defense and offense, of the Magen and the Romach. Im hoy Eloi mit shoachas yilmed shtei shois, daf achad yilmod shnei dapim. More effort. When Israel is raging war and Jewish blood is being spilled, it demands from us more Torah, more tefillah, more ben adam l'chaveroi. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu should be merachim. So Dvorah and Baruch say, V'tishkata Eretz arboim shana. We should be zeicha to peace in the land of Israel. Shalom be'eretz kodshenu. Have a beautiful Shabbos and a beautiful Yom Tov. We should all be zeicha l'kabel al Torah and Chag HaShavuos, Yom Matan Torah. And we should be zeicha b'korov to be as Mashiach tzedkenu b'mheru v'yomeinu amen.